Welcome back. We have an update in our ongoing investigation into a company called Eulen America. We first reported a few weeks ago about allegations that Eulen was allegedly abusing its workers at Miami International Airport. And more recently, the company was in the news again, this time at Fort Lauderdale-Hollywood International Airport, where they were accused of violating the county's worker retention policy. Eulen took over the wheelchair services for Delta Airlines at Fort Lauderdale, and some of the workers complained they lost their job even though the county required Eulen to keep the old workers in place for at least 45 days. On Tuesday, Broward County commissioners considered a motion to strip Eulen of their permit to work at the airport. The meeting grew tense, with Eulen's lobbyists saying they were working to fix any mistakes they made and promising to rehire the workers and provide them back pay. We also heard for the first time in public from Eulen CEO Xavi Rebel.
Marching orders that we got from the Board of Commissioners were two. One was you have to be in compliance. So we received a letter of the airport director. So we immediately worked to be in compliance to cure what was brought to our attention. Point number two was meet the union and listen. We did it. I meet personally the union with Dean O'Brien on last Thursday, and we listened and we took notes, and obviously what we want to do is to address.
So the Eulen CEO said he met with the union, but union officials felt like they were getting the runaround from the company, a sentiment shared by Broward County Commissioner Dale Holness.
From my experience of working with these workers at the airport on these issues, this is the kind of stuff that happens. You get spinned around like this. The fact is already established that they brought in people from outside to fill the jobs. He already stated that some of the folks that were hired came from elsewhere for the same jobs that the bags workers are doing. So no matter how we turn that around now, the fact's already established that that's what occurred. And I think that in the spirit of the worker retention policy that we have in place at the airport, even if you can find some technical legal way to go around it, the fact is this: it's clearly understood that the folks that are in the job ought to be retained in the very same jobs that they were in. That's what we put in place. We didn't put it in place for them to send folks to Miami or Palm Beach or to give them some different position. It's there for them to be retained in the positions that they were in. Here's a challenge that we have, folks. This isn't new. It's a continuation of what have been experienced by us with this company at the airport. After we passed the Living Wage Act, we found that they weren't complying. Employees practically begged for them to be paid fair wages. I went out there with the employees, delivered letters, okay? No responses to these employees. Employees complain about not being paid properly. This is at Fort Lauderdale Airport, okay? No responses. It took the employees appealing to our labor group to enforce paying them for their overtime and for the time that they weren't paid as employees at the airport. And they comply, but didn't admit that they did anything wrong. Yet the evidence shows that they showed from their own documentation that these employees weren't paid the wages that they were due. There's something wrong with this company and its management. I'm sorry. There's something wrong when you look at all the evidence that's presented to us. And unfortunately, I don't get that there's reform here today.
Now, while Holness continued to express displeasure with Eulen, it did not seem like he had the support of his fellow commissioners, at least not yet. The vote to remove Eulen from Fort Lauderdale was delayed until August, giving the company time to get its act together. Helene O'Brien is the Florida director for the Service Employees International Union, 32BJ.
If the end of this process forces this company to realize that if they don't get their act together in August, these commissioners are going to yank their permit, then this process is good. If this is something where it's no longer raised anymore and the company decides to go back to business as usual, I think that workers at the airport are very, very angry. You know, Eulen is a market leader at the airport. They're one of the larger companies. So when a large company can be so abusive to workers and so disregard local laws, it sets a tone. It sets a tone for the other companies in that industry at the airport.
We'll keep a close eye on what happens. We'll be right back after the break.